I wonder if at some point someone's going to get mad at me for not having proper intros, proper outros. I mean, I introduced the series, but from video to video, sometimes I forget to say see you next time. Sometimes I just end it abruptly. And, I mean, technically that's on me, but that's okay. I don't really care. It doesn't impact me whether or not you know when the video is going to end. You can see the little bar at the bottom, so you've got some idea. But I feel like having some sort of signature sign-off or intro even is just kind of forced, if that makes sense. Like, it feels too broadcastery, which is now a word, for a Let's Play. Like, oh, and welcome back to the Let's Play. I'm playing Super Mario 64 today, and last time we did... It's just, it's not organic. It doesn't play as well. I don't know. Like, it's just like saying, hey, welcome back. This is fun. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, we got to our first minigame. It's called Paddle Battle, where 3 of us are on one side of the boat, 1 of us is on the other side of the boat, and we just gotta try to not hit the side on our side, because otherwise, if that happens, then the Shy Guy pokes us and we lose coins, basically. So we've got 3 of us, so it shouldn't be that bad. This is one of those control stick games that I mentioned. It can be tough on your palm, but we're doing okay. We've only got hit once. Peach has got hit 2 or 3 times so far, and here's another one maybe. Yep. So I don't hate this minigame, but it seems a little unfair for the one. I mean, her paddle's not even bigger. I'm sure she has some sort of advantage. I'm sure it's somewhat close to fair, but oh well. The stakes weren't too high. We only gained 2 coins each. She only lost 6, so it's not too bad. I don't remember later Mario Party games having you lose coins on normal minigames. Like, I feel like the later ones you could only gain or get nothing, whereas in this one you can actually lose coins on a significant portion of them, which is different. It's not something that I was used to or something that I was expecting, so I can't decide if I like it or not. I feel like someone like me who is not particularly good at the minigames, it's beneficial to me if I couldn't lose any, but at the same time, it helps keep the coin counts down overall, which I don't even know if that's a problem that the games have, though. Like, you don't see a whole ton of people with 90+ coins all the time, so I'm torn. Let me know in the comments what you think. What you like best, I guess. I'm sure there's someone who's going to watch this who's a more experienced Mario Party player who's like, well, this is why this is better. And that's fine. That's what you're here for. Anyway, this is musical chairs, but when the music stops, you have to jump on 2 mushrooms. You have to jump on the intermediate mushroom and then onto the center one. And it's not easy, I have learned. I like the dashing Eevee game in the Pokemon Stadium game. I think it's the first one. It might be the second, but I think it's the first one, where it's the same principle, but when the music stops, it lifts the center thing, and all you have to do is, it's a reflex game. Like, I thought I did pretty well there, but Peach did beat me, but I did okay. But that one's a lot of fun because you can split the prize. Like, it's a bunch of fruit, and it's a complete reflex one, whereas this one is platforming. And if anyone has watched the Devil May Cry series, you know that I'm not especially good at platforming. Now, I don't have the camera to blame in this one, so fair is fair, but not the biggest fan. Anyway, so another one of the gimmicks of this stage is if you hit the question marks, at least in some areas, I don't know if it's all the areas, but some areas, that boulder will roll down and it will force anyone in its path to come down to this area, which means you miss out on a good portion of where the stars are. Most of the stars are on the left side of the board, at least from what I've played so far. Now we get to play Facelift, which is basically the opening of Super Mario 64, but it's permanent, and you have to match the face that's in the middle. And it doesn't really matter how close it looks, it's all about how much you move the thing it wants you to move. So, like, I'm top right. I think I actually do a pretty good job at this one, all things considered. But that's not gonna matter. Should do is just watch the computer and just emulate what the computer does, but I don't. Like, I think mine is pretty okay, and I got destroyed. So, I don't know. I don't know how to win that game. Anyway, I lose 20 coins because of it. It's not the biggest deal in the world. I still even have enough for a star, so it's fine, but I'm not happy about it. Anyway, this is another one of those circle rotating games. It's tug of war. You just have to rotate it to pull the rope. Thanks for the advice. It just says, just do it. But this is one I've yet to beat the computer at, as of recording. I think I do okay, but either the computer players with me are doing terribly, or I'm actually just doing really poorly. Because I've been on the 1 side, I've been on the 3 side, and it doesn't seem to matter. I lose regardless. And that just kind of sucks. See, this is another one where you lose coins if you lose. Like, in more recent games, if that game existed in more recent games, the winner would just get 10 coins. Maybe 15 coins. But he wouldn't steal them from us. It's different. I don't know if I like it, but it's different. Oh, and we landed on another Bowser space. Land on a lot of Bowser spaces so far, but we'll see what we get this time. The yellow ones are the good ones, by the way. So yeah, we're doing the same game we just played. And if I lose, Bowser will just steal my coins. And I already told you, I already kind of spoiled this. I forgot that this was coming up so quickly, but yeah, I'm getting bodied. I got bodied. Not sure what I'm doing wrong. There's no, like, feedback. It's just you kind of got to figure it out. Because older games are really good, you guys. I'm actually of the opinion that older games are not better than newer games. Like, people who romanticize the difficulty of older games kind of forget that older games weren't good. A lot of the older games are difficult by virtue of just not telling you things, or not explaining things, or just being difficult for the sake of it. I'm not saying this game is that, although I think these minigames are more difficult than most of the more recent ones I've played. But again, that's also based on memory. I haven't played a Mario Party game in at least a decade prior to this, so it could just be me being bad at them. But like older platformer games, older side scrollers, I think we think they're better than they are because they're quote-unquote difficult. Anyway, this is an interesting minigame where they all have to break blocks, I have to break blocks, but I have a hammer, I can do it in one hit. They take several. They can steal my hammer, but it's unlikely. And he did it there, though. And so I have an easier time doing it, but they actually have an easier time getting the bags if they're smart about it. Like, I've played that game several times now, and it's easier if you don't start with a hammer to just wait by the hammer dude and just be like, yo, break these blocks, and then you steal the bag of money. As long as you can avoid the hammer swing as he tries to knock you out of the way, it's not that bad. It's not that difficult. I mean, I like starting with a hammer too, don't get me wrong. Especially against normal AI, until you get to the last couple of blocks, typically they'll leave you alone. Hey, that's a good star location for us. Although Peach is pretty close. And I think, is it DK that's closer to it than we are? So, someone's up here, I think. Ah, Luigi. There he is. But maybe he won't be able to get to it. Maybe he'll be stupid and just fail. Or maybe he'll hit one of the question marks. That could happen as well. And then he wouldn't even be able to get the star. But he's going to land on that special, not star, but also is a star block, or path, whatever that is. Square. The squared circle. He gets to play a single-player game, which is cool for him. Not so cool for me, as I just get to sit here and watch him play. Which I guess is, in fairness, what you're all doing. You're just sitting here and watching me play. So now you're sitting here watching me watch Luigi play. I've yet to play this game. It seems like you just hop a bunch. I'm not sure how you win or lose it, but he managed to lose it there. So, poor him, I guess. He actually lost 5 coins for that. That's funny. That's funny to me. That you can land on a good square and lose your coins. But see, now DK, he's stealing my star. So he gets a +2 advantage on me now. He was -1, now he's +1. For those of you who know how to math, or if you're in the UK, how to maths. Because over there, mathematics is shortened to maths, and here, it's just math. So mathematics, or maths, sounds weird to me, but you see it online a bunch, and people get very possessive of it. Very, it's my way or the highway about it. But that's the rule of the internet, isn't it? Anyway, this one is you gotta knock the other dudes off the thing. Which is not good if you've only got 2, because you cannot actually gain ground unless they decide to go to the side. If you both just hit each other back and forth, it will happen for all of eternity. As evidenced here. It can be difficult. Now he's going to try to make me miss, which is a fair enough strategy considering I'm in the middle, but it's just, it's not a good minigame. And I think there's a bunch of these types of minigames throughout the series where it's just, you gotta knock the other dude off. Anyway, he made a mistake there by trying to escape me. So I did win, but it's just not a good game. It's not that fun. It's cool when you're a child, but looking at it now, it's not good. There's a better version of that game, I'll mention it again, in the Pokemon Stadium 2 minigame this time, where it's basically just Beyblade. You've got 3 or 4 Hitmontops, and they're spinning, and you knock them out by using like special moves, and you're allowed to bring out yourself. And it goes to 3, I believe. I should do a Pokemon Stadium, not like the story of Pokemon Stadium, because there's no real story mode. Anyway, what I foreshadowed earlier happened. Luigi's going to miss out on a star now, or at least lost his best opportunity to get a star, because he hit a question mark block. Because this game will do that to you. It hates you. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I should do the Pokemon Stadium 2 minigames. and Pokemon Stadium, the first one, because those minigames are fun. Like, most of them are really good. They're well designed, and I mean, Pokemon's great, so they should make a Pokemon Stadium 3. They should just bring back all of the Pokemon Stadiums, or all of the Pokemon spin-offs from the N64 era. Like, there were some great ones. Like, Pokemon Stadium was fun. They've failed to replicate its success since, because there were the two GameCube ones, which weren't really Pokemon Stadium games, because they had, like, stories. Colosseum and XD Gale of Darkness. Games I really like, by the way. I think they're really fun and they're really good, but they're not Pokemon Stadium games. And then there was Battle Revolution, I think, for the Wii. And I can't remember what they've done since. I think they did a Wii U one. I didn't touch it. I didn't touch Battle Revolution either, to be fair, but they should bring back Pokemon Stadium, because those games were fun. Now that you've got online, yeah, man, do that. And then there was Pokemon Snap, which the Wii U seemed perfectly built for, and yet they never took advantage of it. Like, you've got that big gamepad, and you don't use it for Pokemon Snap. And that just upsets me. And then there's also Pokemon Puzzle League. I loved that game, which was basically just a match game, like a match 3 game, but it was competitive. It was like head-to-head, which I guess they've done now. Like, I'm recording this just after Tetris 99 was announced and released. So they've got Tetris Battle Royale now, which apparently works. Apparently it's fun. I haven't tried it yet, but it's free on the Switch, so I probably will. But imagine a Pokemon Puzzle League online mode. That would just be fun. Like, when you matched 4 or more, it sent a row or more of gray blocks to your opponent's side, which acted, I mean, it basically raised their stage up higher than it should be at the time. It was just a lot of fun. It's a really good game. I will play it on this channel before this channel dies. That I can tell you, because I love that game. Maybe Pokemon Snap too. We'll see. I like N64 games. I like GameCube games. I was a Nintendo guy growing up. I didn't get a PlayStation 2 until my parents divorced, and my mother got a PS2, said, this is for our house over here, and got Final Fantasy X, which we played as a family up to a certain point, until she got bored of it, and I got tired of having to wait until family gatherings to play the game. And then at some point, we were like, hey, can we just, like, take this console over to Dad's? And after some bickering about it, we did. And then it became, like, we flipped back and forth every week, my sister and I. And eventually we just took both consoles back and forth. We took the PS2 and the GameCube. And it just became, every Sunday, I think we switched over. We would have to pack up the console and then set them both up again. Which is still better than not playing either of them. Anyway, I talked through that entire last minigame, but that's okay. That was fishing, basically. I didn't figure out the mechanics of it until like 3 times I played it, because I could only do the far grab, and the timing was not great, but I eventually figured it out, don't worry. So this one, you've got to get behind the person and press B, and then you spam B, I believe, and you try to steal their coins. And it's their legit amount of coins, so that's why, that's why you've got those numbers, and it shows you how many. You can take bags of coins instead of just individual coins. It's not the most intuitive game. It's not the easiest to actually get around them to grab them, but it's okay. It's not the worst game. I think it goes on a bit long. Like at the 20-second mark here, probably would have been enough. And I don't just say that because I was winning. I think it's enough. Anyway, you can basically win this game by just continuously jumping. They can't get you. You have it looks like a couple of iframes once you land, and by that point you can just jump again. So that's okay. I won it. I'm not doing as poorly at the minigames as I thought, but I'm certainly not doing well. I'm not even winning, technically, because we've got 3 people tied for 1 star, and then DK has more coins. That's okay, it doesn't matter who's winning at this point in the game, it only matters what happens after. Besides, I'm now going to be winning overall, because I got 2 stars. I don't know what the normal number of stars is for like a 20-turn game, but it's probably 3 is probably fairly safe. Now there are bonus stars in this game, and I'm pretty sure all the games. This one, the bonus stars are for the most number of question mark spaces, the most amount of coins won in minigames, and the highest number of total coins, so at your peak. So like if you get 90 coins ever in the game, and nobody else gets 90 coins ever in the game, you just get that bonus star. So, I mean, to be truly safe, you have to be ahead of the game by 3 to tie, 4 to win. Anyway, I love shell games, honestly. I'm really good at them. I don't know why, but I'm really good at tracking where the shell is. I'm not moving Mario right now, by the way. That's all on the computer. He'll just keep moving until it stops. Now, you could pause the video right now. See if you could get it. If you got it, congratulations. I also got it. Hence why I got it. I didn't even have any hesitation. Like, I knew where it was. I'm pretty good at those games. Not so much in real life. I think it's because of the hands. Like, when people do that in real life, their hands swap over where the shells are or where whatever they're hiding the thing under is. And that throws me off because if you actually lose sight of the thing, it messes with me. But in a game like this, where you can just focus on it, even if it's going really fast, it's not that difficult to track, at least for me. So I will take actual credit for being decent at that game. Let's see what we're playing this time. Oh good, we're playing Keep Away again. Maybe I'll even get to do something this time. I didn't touch the key last time. DK won it for us last time. He's starting with the key this time. Let's see how he does. Let's see. Maybe he'll pass to me, and I'll get to actually play the video game. Wait, he looked like he had some trouble, but he's juking. He's juking. He could make it. He could go all the way. He did it himself. It's a bad minigame. I take back what I said earlier. It's just bad. It's a cool concept, but it's bad. Anyway, I teased an outro earlier.